Hi, I'm Ingmar Goldson, an attorney at the Goldson Law Office. In this video, I'm going to discuss the difference between your credit score and credit report. Your credit score and credit report are not the same thing. It's not uncommon for you to have a problem with your credit report and then you see your credit score take a dive. But to address these issues, it's important to understand the distinction between the two. Now, your credit report is basically a type of consumer report that takes a financial snapshot of your life, and it's supposed to help determine how creditworthy you are. That is why banks, credit card companies, and other lenders want to see your credit report before they decide whether to lend you money. But often your credit report does a pretty bad job of really showing your financial health. And that's because credit reports can be riddled with errors and obsolete information, but that's going to be the topic of a different video. Now, your credit score is a number that is generated using the information that is on your credit report, or using the information held by a credit reporting agency. The most popular credit scoring company is FICO. Now, I can't tell you much about credit scores and the way that they are generated because it's a closely held secret, held by those that are generating the credit scores. And the rules and regulations that govern credit scores, well, they're basically non-existent. That's really unfortunate because your credit score is likely the single most important factor in determining what interest rates you pay. Basically, it determines how much capital you have access to and how much it costs to access that capital. Now, they're using your information and taking your behaviors to generate the credit score, even though you didn't give them permission to do that. I think at the very least, they should have to tell us how they're coming up with these scores. But anyway, FICO did give us a little bit of information. They told us that they use the following factors to determine your credit score: payment history at 35%, accounts owed at 30%, length of credit history at 15%, new credit at 10%, and types of credit in use at 10%. So my advice is to not worry too much about your credit score and direct your attention to your credit report, because that's what you have a little bit more control over. After all, normally you can't sue directly for a higher credit score, but you can sue for a correct credit report. So if you find that there's any very old, obsolete, misleading, or just wrong information on your credit report, that's where you want to direct your attention. You should probably hire an attorney, or at the very least, write a dispute letter to try to get those issues resolved. And I have another video on that as well.